4 days ago, just celebrated Human Rights Day. We have obtained all the obligations and rights that we must have. Therefore, we make one day and we celebrate that day once a year. So, Happy Human Rights Day, ladies and gentlemen. Have we obtained our human rights as a human being? And have we become humans? Gentlemen, 72 years ago, the United Nations announced the existence of principle of human rights for every human being. In general, all human beings from east to west are obligated to get their rights. The members of the United Nations declared that human rights are something inherent in human, without which it is impossible for human to live. As impossible as humans, it is nature that can't be eliminated or reduced by anyone. The question is, have we got that right? To answer this, I will make a comparison between two cities with the same population. If the first city gets its right as a human being in the form of life, education, association, religion, information, movements, and equality, so the second city must also have similar things. And if we are asked why, because they're human. And life, education, association, religion, information, movements, and equality are their rights. They deserve that. Shouldn't be compared just because of skin color, racial, ethnicity, and religion. The first is the right to live. In Human Rights Law in Indonesia, Chapter 2, Article 3, Number 3 states, everyone is born freely. Everyone is born freely. Though we know that there are countries whose children in the womb are free, but when they are born, they are colonized. Yeah, Palestine country. Life for them is only between two draws, a breath and a long barrel. The point is, life is a right for mankind. The second is the right to get education and information. Every human being throughout the world has the right to get education, to make them smart and to make them true human. Guys, is there a stupid human? No, there's nothing stupid there, that he hasn't earned the right to learn. The third is religion. If we are religious, won't we know that we are the creation of the one and only God, and that shows that we are all human beings owned by Him? Of course, and if that was the case, we wouldn't commit kind of slavery, because we had the right to live freely, worship without any restriction from other humans, because He has that He gets and the sin that He gets for Him too. The fourth is movements and association. We will not picking apples from one tree. Of course, have to find another tree. Likewise with movements and association, humans are free to get both. There are several countries in the Arab region that if their inhabitants want to leave their country, which is currently at war, they are finally killed. Why? Doesn't he get a right to go and the right to come back? And if we had known the affluent superpowers, for example, black people in America have their movements, is always under scrutiny, restrictions, and discriminated against by white people. While the white people came to their country, but they are entertained like guests until they are colonized and become slaves. The fifth is unequal. If we read history, centuries ago, human rights that had not been obtained for a long time. Men are left alive because they are strong, and women are buried alive because they are weak. Is that woman weak? Isn't it necessary to have a strong person to give birth? Which strongest man can give birth? Never in a million years. Men and women alike. The right to live study, work, and lead. In fact, in this century, there are several countries that have been presidents who were women. And why should be there human? Ladies and gentlemen, with the fulfillment of human rights, neither party will be harmed. Let's have a look at the history. 3 major wars and hundreds of minor wars for murder, occupation, robbery, and immoral acts. And all of them is clean evidence of repetition of human rights. With the fulfillment of human rights, all human beings will become human. Are we going to let us have fun playing with toy gun our parents bought us, while there are a lot of kids holding rifles and then offering their lives with the bullets for invaders, and their parents have been waiting in heaven? And finally, as a closing, we are human, and they are also human. Because we are both human, we must also treat each other like humans. Iqbal Hasibuan, thank you very much.